Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Divine Allegiance. I am your host Maulana Baig. Thank you for joining us. We are going through the month of Ramadan and approaching the month we are approaching the month of Ramadan. So I'm just going to go straight to the questions. We have a lot of questions, a lot of people have asked, and I do want to get to that now. We got a question regarding the Imam, and in view of the speeches, it's from Brother Sabahat, and he says that, you mentioned in your speeches that the Imam is going to be powerful, that Imam Mahdi, Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, is going to be powerful. And on one hand, you mentioned that, and on the other hand, you mentioned that he is waiting for his ummat, and he needs the help of his ummat and his followers. So there seems to be some sort of a contradiction, a conflict here, as to if the Imam is going to be all powerful on one hand, then why does he need the help of followers and an ummat for this? Well, very good. That is a good question, and I want to approach that and answer that question right now, which is very nice of you to even point out this sort of conflict or contradiction, but actually it's not. The reason it's not is because the reason Imam Mahdi is going to be powerful, and he's going to be the ruler, he's going to be the king, the emperor, the chief in charge, is because of the fact that he is going to have supporters and followers who recognize him as the rightful leader appointed by Allah. That's why he is going to be the king. That special group of people, the Shias, who will recognize him as the rightful wali who is appointed by Allah, and he is in charge and the leader of the world, and they look at themselves as the vessel, as the people who carry out his commandments. That is going to become the Shias of that time. I mean, people who are going to reach that stage. The believers are going to reach that stage where they are going to see the Imam as so important. I mean, he is the ultimate, that's it. And if he says something, then we will put our life on the line. If he wants something, then that's it. He is going to get it. We are going to bring it to him. We have reached that stage. The other Imams didn't have followers like that. Or even if they did, they were very few in numbers. But when the Imam will come back, he will have thousands and millions of these sort of followers. That's what he's going to have, my friends. He is not, when he comes back, they will be the basis of his power, because they have recognized his wilayat and they have understood who he is and what he is, and they were waiting for him. So that's where he gets to become the ruler. To give you a little background on this, really, to give you a whole background, Allah is making this whole mission of his. And if you want to see the beauty of this mission, it's amazing. It's how Allah is unfolding it before our eyes. And we are going through it, but we don't even see it happening, and that's the bad thing. Let me explain how this works. I really had other things that I wanted to go into. I told last time, but this just came up, and I have to go through this because it would be so sad to miss this point and this thing that's happening right now. So I closed the iPad. That will be it for the notes, and now I'm going to wing it, right? Because it's really important, because this question is really important, and this idea is really important of getting ready for the Imam when he comes back, and what it means for us to do that. So truly, if you look at Allah's mission and how He is planting the seeds and how those seeds are growing and becoming trees and blossoming and truly spreading the through pollination all across the world, and He's making these winds come, and these sort of storms and systems take these sort of seeds to other lands and other places so that they can recreate those seeds and make them grow in those lands. Look at Allah's plan as it's unfolding. Maybe we can start doing something for that. Maybe we can start doing something for that if we understand what's going on. Allah's plan obviously was with the Prophet. Rasulullah came. Allah revealed His book to the Prophet. He established the Shariat. He revealed the divine revelation and completed it in the time of the Prophet. And after the revelation was completed, the religion was completed, and Allah declared it, Al-Yawm akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam dina, that I have completed unto you my favors, and I've completed my religion for you, and I am satisfied and I am pleased with Islam as a religion. The religion and deen and the way of life is Islam, and that is my way of life. So there Allah declares that Islam is complete. Now then Allah, with what? With the establishment of the successorship of the Prophet in the form and personage of Imam Ali in the ground of Ghadir. Believers know that, believe in it. We have Eid Ghadir for it. Now Eid Ghadir is what? Eid Ghadir is the day that Allah appointed the successor, officially appointed the successor of the Prophet. Imam Ali has been mentioned way time before. Imam Ali is not the successor of the Prophet just because of Ghadir, my friends. That's the last thing Allah did, is to officially announce it, so that it could be something of a public thing, official announcement, public thing. Imam Ali, even if Ghadir didn't happen, Imam Ali was a successor of the Prophet based on the first invitation of Islam in Da'wat-e-Dhul Ashira, where the Prophet, first time he announced about Islam and him being a messenger to his own relatives, the first invitation that Allah sent the Prophet to announce to your own relatives, he went there, and there the Prophet said, whoever is going to be with me and stand with me today and accept me today is going to be my successor after me. It is a promise that the Prophet made, and hence if the Prophet is a true Prophet of Allah, then Ali is the successor of the Prophet. He didn't have to announce it in Ghadir for that. So we didn't go to Ghadir to get the official announcement of the Prophet. We already know that he is the rightful, truthful Prophet who promised it to Ali, and Ali has to be the successor. That's about it. So now what happened is that in Ghadir, when the Prophet announced that he is the successor and the wali of Allah on earth, the issue is that the message of Ghadir was never implemented, never understood correctly, never realized. Even the close followers and the people who were close, they just looked at it as a khilafat. He's Khalifa. And hence, when you look at it, that the Wilayat, that authority, that leadership, the way that it's supposed to be for Imam Ali was never understood, and hence, it from that time onwards, it's still not understood. Still not understood. My friends, from here, Allah then created a mission that started in Karbala. A mission that started in Karbala, and the Prophet had said that after Hussain, there is going to be a wave of emotion that's going to rise amongst the believers that will not stop until the Day of Judgment. It's not going to stop. So this wave of emotion that's starting, and we all are a part of it. We are crying, we mourn, we beat our chest, we announce to the world. Why are we doing this? Why do you think that we cry? Simple question, my friends. Why do you think that we mourn? I'm going to just ask you certain questions, simple questions, and I want you to think. Everyone out there, and those who aren't listening, you can forward this speech to someone else so that they can think also. Why do we cry and mourn for Hussain? If I asked someone, let's say you, who just cried for Imam Hussain in a speech, they heard it, they cried, they did Latmiya and Matam and came out, and I asked them, why do you cry for Imam Hussain? What would be your reply? Now let me just give you some normal replies that people will give. They say, well, of course we will cry. Look what happened to Imam Hussain. Look what happened to him. He is shaheed. He was killed. He was a victim of oppression. He was unjustly killed. Okay, so you cry because Imam Hussain was killed. Is that right? Am I accurate in saying that? Think before you answer now. Think before you answer. Do you cry for Imam Hussain because he was killed unjustly? That he was brought to Karbala in a strange land and he was killed. Be careful when you say yes. Because if you do, then I will say, all right, what if he wasn't brought? What if he wasn't killed? What if he wasn't killed? What if he was let go? It said, all right, Imam Hussain made this request. He says, let me go. I will go away from the Muslim land. I will go to India. I will get out of your way. Don't do this. Don't stain Islam with my blood. So if they, for example, had accepted his offer and said, all right, Hussain is saying that he's going to disappear. He's going to go away somewhere else. And if they let Imam Hussain go, would that satisfy you into not crying? Would you then be happy and not cry? Think about it. Would you then Be like, yes, Imam Hussain is safe now, and he and his children have gone away and into oblivion. At least they're not dead. Is that going to stop you from crying? Think about it really hard and well. So, you understood that you're not crying because Imam Hussain was killed. Well, so what? He wasn't killed, now what? They disrespected him. Okay, very good. Now we're getting somewhere. So they disrespected him. Doing what? Well, they kicked him out of the Muslim world. And he's gone into oblivion. Okay, so that's why you're crying? Because he was disrespected and that he was there? No, that's not why I'm crying. Okay, then why are you crying then? Well, they shouldn't have even kicked him out of Medina. That was his homeland. Okay, good. So you're upset that he ran away from Medina and he ended up in Karbala. That's why you're upset. That's why you're angry, and that's why you're crying. Think about it. If he was left in Medina and Yazid had said, okay, you know what? You are under house arrest in Medina. You can stay in Medina. This is the city of your grandfather. I will not separate you from your grandfather. You just stay there. But don't say anything. Nothing, you hear? I don't want to hear anything. Now will you be happy? Now his children are safe. They will grow up. They'll all become adults, they'll all live their life. Are you happy now? Will that stop you from crying and mourning? Think about it. Why not? Why not? Why are you still crying? Well, no. If he was, it should be more than that. What's more than that? You're right. When you say that, you're right. Because that's the same thing that happened to Imam Hassan. He was left in Medina. He was left to lead an obscure life. Why are you still crying? Why are you still mourning? Well, no. He needs to be the leader. We're getting somewhere. What do you mean leader? He needs to be the leader. Because Allah made him the wali. Very good. Allah made him the wali. He needs to be the leader. Okay, you know what? You're right. How about this? You're right. How about if we make him the leader like Imam Ali? Imam Ali was the leader, right? He was made the leader. He became the Khalifa. Isn't it true? So why don't we make Imam Hussain the leader, and everyone, all of us agree on, and the whole ummah can agree on that, we'll make Imam Hussain the leader. He is going to be the crown head, but no one's going to listen to him. He will be like the crown head. He will just be there as a leader because Rasulullah said he's the leader, whether he's sitting or standing. So we will make him the leader, but no one will listen to him. No one will obey him. No one will follow his commandments. How about that? Isn't that what happened to Imam Ali? He was the leader, but no one was following his commandments. No one was listening to him. Tell me, everyone out there, what is it that you want that's going to stop you from crying and mourning? We want Imam Hussain to be the leader of the world, and everyone should follow his commandment. Oh, so you are crying and you are mourning because the message of Ghadir has been lost. That message that Allah gave in Ghadir, that imamat is there to be followed, obeyed, and respected, and honored, and put in its rightful place, that is what did not happen. My friends, this mourning for Karbala is a mission of Imam Hussain to bring Wilayat and the authority of our Imam to its rightful place. This is why we are crying. This is why we cry. This is why we mourn. And until Imam is not put in his rightful place as the leader of mankind, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. And hence, Allah's mission is to build us up. Imam Hussain was the catalyst for this movement. It is going forward. And Allah has now made it go everywhere. Allah is doing everything to highlight this. Arba'in is the best example in front of us. It is truly Allah's plan of revealing Imam Hussain to the world and hastening the reappearance of our Imam, accelerating the process of Wilayat and the establishment of Wilayat. It's happening, folks. It's happening right now. And when we see it happening, that's why we see it. That's why when we look at it, we can see the bricks fall into place. We can see the pieces fall into place. It's happening in front of our eyes. And the believers are the main body of characters here. All of you mu'mineen and Shias out there, you are the main characters in building this up. And hence the Imam, he's waiting for his ummah. He's waiting for his followers. Yes, because they are going to give that role, that authority that Allah has meant for imamat to have, that Allah publicly announced it on the day of Ghadir. That's going to take place when the Imam comes back. And that's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to happen, folks. Truly, this is something happening before, and we all are taking part in this. And we should take an active role in part in bringing the Imam back. In bringing the Imam back. And, again, this is good question, a good, insightful question, Brother Sabahat. Thank you for that. And this point wouldn't have come out if you hadn't said that. And I really appreciated that you brought it out. And really, we encourage everyone to write us the questions that you have. And we want to go deeper into topics, deeper into subjects, and truly try to understand things better. And really want to know what we should be doing in the best way possible. And we are here for that. I thank you for that. And everyone else who has shown us a lot of love. It's been great, and it's going great. I am not someone who is online. Those who know me know that. I'm not someone who's always online and never is. I had a Facebook account. I do have a Facebook account, which I think in all the last 20 years, I have been on that Facebook account for about 10 times. And every time I go there's so many friend requests, it just doesn't happen. But now, I will be honest that since the coronavirus and the quarantine started, I've been there once. Someone helped me, and I thank them for that, that they accepted all the friend requests. And I started to say they see this as a medium that, well, since we cannot be in person and teach, I can't have the hausa right now because we are not able to teach anymore. So I said, you know what, we will do something online and try to get to the people out online. And I'm excited about this. I feel good, and I'm able to do my research, and I'm able to bring it out to you all. And I am really thankful, I thank Allah for that. And I really thank Allah for that, for bringing me to this and this medium that I have. And we will use it as much as we can. So we are also, there's a lot of things that we are doing right now under the Imam Ali Seminary. We're doing a lot of things. For example, we are making the Hausa courses available online. And these are going to be pre-recorded courses that everyone can go through. These are the real Hausa courses that students take, and then they go to the Hausa abroad, so these are the actual classes and the actual books that we are going to teach you. These are things that we are working on, and we have the time to do the work like that. So it's been great for us, and we hope that it will go in the hastening of our Imam, and we really pray for that. A lot of you out there are going through difficulties and hardships, and I see the messages, and I see a lot of people mentioning that. So I will just say this much, that our prayers are with a lot of you, all the people and Mu'mineen out there, and we hope that all of you are going to be safe and sound. We are out of time, and until next time, thank you for being here, and we will be in touch with you. And this has been Divine Allegiance. And please, as a matter of fact, do like us and comment and whatever you do on YouTube, to make it that I'm not really into that, but I will make the announcement, I guess, more efficient next time. So that's about it. Thank you so much. I am Maulana Baig. Until next time, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.